This title is all about color in web pages, specifically hexadecimal values, and an exclamation as to how hexadecimal values work. And these values are very important, and we're going to talk about using them, we're going to explain them, and we're going to go over the importance of saving them, finding them, and saving them, and it'll make your life much easier. So here we go. In coloring web pages, we use numbers, and these numbers are all based upon monitor settings, and that would be RGB, red, green, and blue. And red, green, and blue, you mix them all together and you can get any kind of color that you want. And that's what Michelangelo was so good at in the 16th Chapel, when he sat around with some oils and mixed this and mixed that and lay on his back and paint for hours and hours and hours using all these red, greens, and blues and yellows, so to speak, to make life come to take place on a ceiling. So RGB, red, green, and blue, and if you put all those together, you can see 16.7 million colors. That's how many colors the human eye can see. Of course, dogs only see in black and white. Now, here you go. RGB. In the land of hexadecimal values, all hexadecimal colors start with the hash mark, the pound sign, and the pound sign is actually described as an octothorpe. That's the official name, octothorpe, and then you have these values. Now, here you go. Red. The first two values in these six values here are for red. And when you see FF, both those, the first two are defining red. So when you see FF, that means full force red. And in this case, we would have full force red, 0 green, and 0 blue. This hexadecimal value here would be red. The second hexadecimal value would be 0 red, full force green, 0 black. That color would be green. Here we have 0 red, 0 green, full force blue. That color would be blue. Now here we have full force red, full force green, full force blue. That color would be white. At the bottom, if we had 0, and these are numeric, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, that would be perfect black. Those are hexadecimal values, and the RGB, again, it's these two red, these two green, these two blue. Now, if we take this a step further, it's a hexadecimal system, meaning that it's a 16 base numeric system. We're used to base 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 numbers starting with 0. In the land of well, you can't get to 16.7 million colors with just the base 10 system, so you have to go to the base 16 system. So what happens is you have these values defined as A, B, C, D, E, F, and then instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going to 7, you go A, B, C, D, E, F, 0, or however they mix it up. Maybe it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F. F is the highest value, 0 is the lower value, A and 9 are somewhere in the middle of this system. You hear what I'm saying? So 0 is the lowest value, F is the highest value, and that's how you get 16.7 million colors, always preceded by the octothorpe, the hash pound sign, or the pound sign in web pages. Now, what I want to share with you now is how to find the colors in your website and how to save your colors, how to save your hexadecimal values in your website. Now, in the land of print, they have CMYK colors: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And through that print system of coloring, you can get 16.7 million colors. And I know for a fact that the Coke logo is a specific CMYK value. And if you go to print and you put something on a Mack truck with a Coke sign on it, it is that specific one color out of 16.7 million colors. And if the printer puts that stuff on the Mack truck and it's not the right CMYK value, somebody gets sued. That's how serious corporations specifically and web designers are about your colors. So, and I'm sorry, but on a side note, when you get a client that says, I want my logo to be blue, in the back of my mind is I'm thinking, you stupid. Do you know that there must be like 600,000 shades of blue? Which one do you want? Give me a hex value. So we want to talk about saving your colors. And if I know some excellent PHP and MySQL people, and they have a hard time even putting their clothes on to match, should they wear yellow with pink or, they have a problem with that. For you people who are color challenged, and I've had clients that are color blind, that use Photoshop. How does that work? I don't know. I've asked them. Anyway, if you're in that situation or you're not good at putting colors together, I'm not the best, get on Google and do a search for web color themes, and they have all kinds of charts with shades of blue and yellow that go with magenta and cyan and stuff like that. Do yourself a favor and do a search. Now, let's get down to finding and saving your colors. I'm going to go right into Photoshop. And this is an image I put up on my Build Geek Dreamweaver teacher site. I've got like these greens in the trees. Let's say I wanted to do a whole website. Maybe I want this yellow stripe. Maybe I want to use that for a background and maybe this green color for some text. Well, it's all about the color picker. And I'm sure everybody knows this, but in every graphics application, you have the eyedropper tool. So if I just select the eyedropper tool, look at this color down here. If I come over here to the eyedropper tool up here, and I click this right here, voila, there is the color. And this color has a specific hexadecimal value. So if I click down here, poof, I get what I call the supreme color picker. And here is the hexadecimal value right here, ECCF8A, preceded by the octathorpe. Now, if I were you and I were developing a website, or if a client has a website, I would copy and paste all of these values because you're going to be using them in your HTML, in your CSS, and I'm serious, in your CSS at the very top of your CSS document, you might have commented out just colors that you're going to use in the site with an explanation as to what is a hover effect color, what is a visited color, what is the background color, blah, blah, blah. And if I click OK, ding! Ooh. And in every application, there's a swatch box. I have this color down here. I can just click, ding, new swatch. Doo-hoo, swatch number, I'm going to call this road yellow, ding, I click OK, and notice the color shows up right here. And if I double click it to find out what color it is, it's road yellow. You can use the same methodology to save swatches in Adobe Illustrator. You can do it even in Adobe Flash. And the funny thing is that even in Dreamweaver, notice I have a hexadecimal value right here in my CSS style sheet. Now check this out. I'm going to go over here. Here's a little trick in Dreamweaver. If you're looking for a color, you're trying to match a color, well, I can get rid of everything except for the semicolon, and I'll put in another colon right here. uh-oh, that's not a colon, right here. There you go. And that's going to show me the color doohickey in Dreamweaver. Nice trick, eh? Now, if I click color right here, I'll double click. What I really like about Dreamweaver is, as I go through these colors here, it's showing the hex value up top. Now, those are 3-digit hexadecimal. They're like shortcuts. So I'm thinking also that these are web safe colors, which is a totally different story. Don't even think about it. But these are condensed web values. That would be 303090, rounded down to 3 digits. You will see those, and you can use them. But what I like about Dreamweaver is I can go through here, get my abbreviated hex value, but watch the color picker. Now it's going white. Now it's going blue. Now it's going to go gray. Whatever you hover over, it's giving you the color. And even if I go over into the web page and come down here, what? There you go. And it's giving me the color of my nav bar. That is so cool. Even if I hover over this truck over here with the green towel, it gives me that color. So I love this. One of the reasons I like Dreamweaver is I can come in here, I can have some art in a page. I can go into my CSS style sheet, go to color, and actually match colors through the CSS, and notice that the color is set to C0ED67. I can write that down and record it in my style sheet. So anyway, that's an introduction to the octothorpe and hexadecimal values and how to use the wonderful 16.7 million colors we can see joyfully in another beautiful day. Give me a call, 415-839-0096 for your own private class.